Let's meet the principals for the IFBA Bantamweight Championship, and let's go back into the ring. And Danny Valdivia. There's that vacant belt. The IFBA Bantamweight Championship belt. It's a vacant title at the moment. But one of these young ladies, Leona Brown, who's 7-0, or Eva Young, who's 11-2-1, will own it. Now, Eva Young, who's coming in the ring, Smitty already owns 2.
And I can't wait to see her fight. She is a skilled boxer. She has plenty of speed. They call her Black Magic. And this is going to be, but Leona Brown is unbeaten, so what a matchup.
You see it, Young and Brown for the vacant IFBA Bantamweight Championship. And now let's go to Danny Valdivia.
Event Sports Incorporated and Jim Fulton Promotions present the first of 2 IFBA World Championship bouts and 1 IFBA Continental Championship bout. This is Bantamweight's 10 rounds for the vacant IFBA Bantamweight Championship of the world. All 3 of our IFBA championship bouts have been sanctioned by the Louisiana State Boxing and Wrestling Commission, Fielding Lewis, Chairman. Commissioners in charge of tonight's bouts, Buddy Embonato, Vice Chairman, and Alvin Topham, Secretary Treasurer. These bouts are also sanctioned by the International Female Boxers Association, Shelley Williams, Commissioner. Miss Williams will be representing the IFBA at ringside. And now, the challengers. First, the judges for tonight's title bout. From West Monroe, Louisiana, Bruce McDaniel. From Richardson, Texas, Barry Yates. From Thibodaux, Louisiana, Russell Knockham. Referee in charge from New Orleans, Johnny Femia Jr. In the blue corner, wearing silver-spangled trunks, undefeated in 7 professional bouts, 2 of her wins by knockout, at 114 pounds, from Pawling, New York, born and raised in Buffalo, downtown Leona Brown. And in the red corner, wearing red, white, and blue trunks, 11 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, 5 of her wins by knockout, at 114 pounds, from South Bend, Indiana, Eva Sweet Magic Young.
Come on. All right, ladies, we're fighting for the IFBA World Title fight. You heard your instructions yesterday. Protect yourselves at all times. Touch gloves and come out boxing.
Both these boxers very intense, that is for certain. And as we look at the tail of the tape, you'll see a height advantage for Eva Young. You
wouldn't expect to see a height advantage when somebody's only 5'3", but Leona Brown only 4'11", so she has to get inside. Other than that, they match up pretty well.
Both successful. Brown undefeated with 2 KOs. Young 11-2 with 1 draw and 5 knockouts, so they both have some power. Brown a bit older at 38. You saw that.
Expect to see Eva Young, the boxer, moving, boxing. Leona Brown must get inside if she hopes to remain unbeaten.
You look at the faces and the physiques, you'd be hard-pressed to guess that both of these young ladies are in their mid to late 30s.
They're in great condition. Expect no fear from either fighter, certainly not Eva Young. Eva and her husband apparently are high-rise window washers.
Leona Company, when she rappels up and down skyscrapers cleaning windows every day. That is definitely courage.
But she's going to try to put Leona Brown down. It's going to be difficult.
When Brown is a brawler, she'll win most of punches when she's got the chance.
There you go, top of the head.
Quick right hand by Brown got into Young. Brown's going to have to get inside. Look at that small, compact physique at 4'11". Is the reach definitely in favor of Eva Young?
Young's only losses to Tara Drain and Margaret Sudaroff, 2 very skilled fighters in their own right. She holds 2 championships already. Wants to unify the title, and it's nice that we're talking about unification already in the women's game. We can't get that done in the men's game.
Well, she said that was her big motivation tonight, was to have that 3rd title and to unify that bantamweight division. This Leona championship scheduled for 10 rounds. And kind of a feeling out period for both fighters here.
Brown had a good amateur background, a 97 runner-up in the National Amateur Championships, but she's not going to get it done. She's got to come in with a little more, I think, firepower than she is right now. Otherwise, Young should be able to use the educated, jab and be able to offset her.
That left hand had some zip, but I don't think it got the target. And that's the end of the first round. Tough one to score there, pretty close.
It was. I'd give it to the edge to a Young, who fighting as a southpaw. I don't know enough about, even to know whether she always fights as a southpaw, but she was throughout that round. You see her there in the corner.
Keep going with that straight right over. She doesn't see it, okay? I want this one over. Okay. Go nice and easy.
Let's look at the action in round number 1. Young and Brown.
Look at her feet. Walk over. Throw it over. Don't get over you. Okay? I want that shot in your body.
Well, the action was better than that.
Absolutely.
I think it's going to heat up, though. Brown has to get
it was
inside.
A feeling out period. Leona Brown from Buffalo originally, now in Pauling, New York.
Very good.
She hasn't fought since September. She was the 1997 runner-up in the National Amateurs and lost to Patty Alcazar in the final.
Now you see, of course, Eva Young, we should point out, a southpaw jabbing with the right hand. The power punch should be the straight left.
Relax. She's going to get a mad.
Smitty, it's obvious that Brown is trying to get inside the jab of Young to try to make a connection. That's tough to do.
Especially against the southpaw with an educated right jab, as Young possesses 10-2-1. We mentioned a lot of experience. Very classic boxer. You can see that. Good movement. Both of these fighters in great shape, though. You can just look at the physiques, and despite, you mentioned, the age, when men are around at this age, they don't usually look like that.
No, they don't. That left hand did get in for Eva Young. Didn't bother Leona Brown. Remember, she's never lost a professional fight.
This distance right here certainly suits Eva Young. Leona's not going to get it done unless she gets inside of Young. Brown has to get underneath and try to work the body to slow down Eva Young.
Young starting to look very comfortable, too. Couple of jabs hit their target. She's finding the range from the distance she wants.
Nice straight left there by Eva Young. Only, I don't think she has many knockouts either. Well, she has 5 KOs, so that's pretty good. But I think I think her plan here is to outbox Leona Brown.
And she's pretty doing it. I like the way she moves. She's very, very quick.
Nice left hand there.
She told us this morning she hits hard with both hands. And that left jab has shown me that there's some power to it. Good combination. And Young is owning this second round. That's the end of the second round, one in which it appears Eva Young is starting to get very, very comfortable and find the range. Let's go into Leona Brown's corner and see what they're telling that young lady, if she can change the way the tide is going.
You got to stay inside. You got to stay inside. You're waiting much too long. Hey, you having a problem with the style or what?
All right.
Over in the other corner, Eva Young's corner, and they shouldn't tell her too much except keep doing what you're doing.
They're not saying a whole lot.
Well, they don't need to.
And I don't want you to move back straight. Okay. Shorten your legs side to side. Okay?
What they're saying is don't go straight back. It's, again, that theory of when a train, if you're on a railroad track, you don't go straight back. You take a step to the side or you'll get run over. Leona Brown, they're telling her to come forward, be aggressive. She must do that if she's got to get inside of Eva Young.
The simple message was you're waiting too long.
It's tough, Dave, against a southpaw, let alone a good southpaw. Eva Young already holding 2 titles, and you can see that she's not stationary. She's using the beautiful right jab to set everything up, and it's just difficult. Nice body shot.
Yeah, she used the right hand again. She's just waiting on that left. There it goes. I like her balance in the ring. She moves so impressively. Brown just can't find the range. You see she's trying to get the measure, but it's not there.
She's going to have to probably take a few shots, but once she gets inside, she has to try to throw some punches and work the body. And even though she's not going to out-jab Young, what she needs to try to do, Brown, is use her own little jab, just if nothing else, to sort of pester Young, throw her off kilter so she can get inside and cut this distance, a la how Smokin' Joe Frazier used to do it.
There's a big left hand that came from Eva Young. That moved Brown back for just a half a second, but look at how quickly she recovered.
It's that lead left hand, you know, that Young has found a home for. There it is again.
Young lost to Margaret Sidoroff in a split decision. One of her 2 losses. And to Paradrone. That's it. Other than that, she's been very, very successful, and she's been very, very impressive in the first 3 rounds here. Have you got a shutout?
Pitching a shutout right now, controlling the ring. You score for defense, you score for ring generalship, you score for aggressiveness. All of those being dominated by Eva Young. Again, Leona Brown with that style, you know, 4'11" in height, and of course the lesser reach. She is going to have to get inside and try to throw hooks to the body, to where now Young, she's shown no ability to do that thus far.
You understand, you want to win the fight? You have to win it this way. You have to go combination. You guys
it's a 10-round fight, so, you know, certainly Brown could try to hopefully wear out Eva Young.
Folks, don't forget our website, www.ifba.com. Comments, questions, we'd love to hear from you. You're right. It does go 10 rounds. But Brown's going to have to do something. And she's taking chances there. And a right hand got in that time from Eva Young. And you could see the sweat fly.
But this is what, regardless of the outcome of what happens here, Brown has to do this. She has to come in, throw punches, and get inside. And there she's doing the right thing. She's got to bully. She's got to beat up on Eva Young. She's got to hit, pound her, even if it's to the arms. Wear her out, slow her down. Those are the things that she needs to do, and she's at least starting out here with a better round.
Well, both are certainly in good enough condition to go hard for 10 rounds.
Look at the movement of Eva Young when she gets on those toes and moves around. Very skilled southpaw.
Her balance is just absolutely perfect. And that lead left that time was defended nicely by Brown, but Brown came out, tried to be the aggressor, and some of that starch was taken out with a good left hand.
You know, the women's game has become like, and I know you do college basketball, it's like, you know, women's basketball now. The skill level over the last 5 years has increased dramatically.
Now look at the pro game, the WNBA. There's a big left hand, and that staggered Brown for just a moment.
Straight left hand. There it is again. Set up by the right jab, but
24 seconds left for Brown to survive. It looks like she's okay, but certainly she's frustrated. Uppercuts from Brown don't seem to phase Eva Young at all.
Beautiful tactic there by Eva Young when she was inside and Leona was trying to do something. She pushes her away and spins outside. Nice right hand attempted there by Brown. Young's got the mouth open there, so perhaps that's a sign of a little fatigue. We'll see.
Well, Brown did press it a little bit more, but Eva Young is just so graceful and so quick. I thought she won round 5 too.
She is pitching a shutout, no doubt about that.
And the nose swell on the face of Leona Brown.
Let's look at some of the action here. You see Young. Look at her eyes. Look how focused she is on Leona Brown. Eva Young in the red top there, getting ready to throw that straight left. She found a home for it, spinning, moving, boxing, looking graceful, and winning the fight and pitching a shutout.
Thank you.
Some of the inswell applying to the underneath the eye of Leona Brown. One good note for Brown, though, I saw the mouth open of Eva Young towards the end of that round, Dave, so let's see if fatigue sets in.
It's scheduled for 10. And Brown comes out aggressive. And a right hand glanced the face of Eva Young, but look at how she dances away.
But this pressure, though, will create some problems for Eva Young. If nothing else, it'll force her, to move more, which could create some fatigue.
That was a right hand that backed up Brown momentarily. The distance between the two fighters is all Eva Young's dictation. There's a right hand from Brown and another. This the best showing by Leona Brown.
Now she landed a couple of good right hands, Brown did. She should have gone right back downstairs to the body of Eva Young with that left hook.
Brown gaining some confidence maybe.
Later on, though, with Maya Nani fighting and Denise Moraitis in her fight, you will see body punching, something that the women need to improve upon, but those two utilize it. Another right hand, good right hand by Brown. You're right about the distance, though, Dave. Brown must cut this distance. She can't sit and wait either on the, the better boxer.
Well, you said she had to get inside, take some chances, maybe hold a little bit. There she goes, and a right hand landed. And another, a big right hand by Leona Brown. Eva Young dances away, didn't phase her. And there's the straight left. The answer from Eva Young.
Leona Brown might take some punishment coming in, but she's dishing out some. That's her only ticket to keep her record unblemished, is to brawl.
Little skirmish after the bell, no problem. That was Leona Brown's best round. She may have won that one, and we go into her corner.
All right, take a nice deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Hey, give me the answer. Don't worry about it. You got to go combination after the right hand, go to the left hook. Inside, work hard, be rough and tough. Okay? Don't let her play this little cat and mouse game. You have to impose your will. She has a plan, we have a plan. Whose plan is going to work? Yes,
and that's
sir.
great stuff from the corner there of Leona Brown as we go into Eva Young's corner.
Breathe in, stay there. Breathe in. It's only 2 minutes, baby. It's only 2 minutes around. Let's go. Let's do it.
Halfway through, here's round 6. Brown's coming on. Young led early.
Fuzzy all night long.
This is what a championship fight should be all about.
Little blemish under the eye. I think it's the left eye of Leona Brown from these jabs and right jabs and straight lefts by Eva Young.
Straight left just got in.
Now the corner said, get inside, throw the right hand, and come back with a left hook to the body, which is what I told you earlier, and that's exactly what Leona needs to do.
And I love what Buddy Keys had to say. It's a war of wills. Both of you are skilled. Look at the quick hands of Eva Young there as Brown tries to get in to throw some heavy leather.
I gave that last round, Dave, to Brown, her first.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Cassandra Henderson has Lou Fesky.
All right, we're talking to Lou Fesco, Leona Brown's trainer. And it seemed as if Leona is having a difficult time getting in. Did you tell her to just go in there and battle it out?
Well, she's going to have to make a fight of it. She's not going to win a boxing match with this girl. It's fairly obvious. She's having a little trouble with the southpaw style. She's going to have to make a fight of it, like she did last round. Last round was a lot better for her. But if she stays outside and tries to box, she's going to lose.
Now, do you think this is a little ring rust because she hasn't fought since September?
That's a little part of it, yes. And the southpaw style. So it's a combination of both things. But she's going to have to, if you catch her like that, we can stop her. but she's got to keep working. She's got to go inside. This outside fight, she's not going to do it.
All right, 4 more rounds. We'll watch and see. Thank you.
The southpaw style is very, very tough, and the quickness of Eva Young is tough to get inside on.
Not only the women are improving, but the corner work and some of these trainers in the women's game are excellent. Great conversation there, and Lou is exactly right. She has to impose her will. She has to get inside, and he's bluntly honest. She's not going to win a boxing match with Eva Young.
Couple of quick hands, a combination that didn't phase Eva Young. Brown did get inside for just a moment, but I thought that was a nice answer for Eva Young to the good 5th round that Leona Brown had.
Both fighters took that round off. That's not what Leona Brown needed to do after having her best round the prior round.
How about that rust? You think that's a big factor? You haven't fought since September?
That is. Ring rust will certainly you know, take its toll on any fighter. The only guy I knew that was able to pull it off was Sugar Ray Leonard. He could take 2 years off and come back. But again, against the southpaw, like, of course, you know, Eva Young that you see on the left of your screen there, a skilled southpaw, it's tough enough to fight them, let alone after having a layoff. And I don't know how many southpaws that Brown has faced. She hasn't faced any like Eva Young.
Both these young ladies have worked hard so far as we get set for this 7th round. Now right hand with a little bit behind it by Eva Brown to start, Leona Brown to start things off.
Young setting down on her punches now, throwing that straight left, turning it over with some authority.
Nice defense that time by Eva Young.
Yeah, but I see Young really setting down now. She took that last round off, and she's trying to throw some power punches now. One thing about Leona Brown, though, she is right in your face all the time, and that in and of itself, you know, will cause fatigue just because she's in your face all the time. She needs to be busier, needs to go to the body, but she is right there, and that, you know, is some effectiveness just from the fact that she's pressuring and trying to come forward.
Brown does a good job of cutting off the ring, but then paid the price as she tried to get inside with a right hand, I believe, that time from Eva Young.
Eva Young did a nice job of sliding off of those ropes.
There's a left-hand body punch that found the target for Eva Young. And as you mentioned earlier, Smitty, we haven't seen many body blows there. That left hand did not get in. That one might have.
Well, when you're built in stature like a Leona Brown, you compare to a Smokin' Joe Frazier or a Mike Tyson or a David Tua. Though, when you're that size, built like that, you know, her arms are next to nothing. You have to get inside and whack the body and use, you know, those short arms to benefit you, because they're not going to benefit you from outside.
That's just a slip. Yeah, and you almost sense maybe for the first time Eva Young's a bit tired, breathing a bit heavy. There's the mouth that's open again.
It's a good point. She gets whacked with a right hand right now, and again, that might be from that steady pressure.
Oh, there was a big right hand by Leona Brown at the end. It just missed. And that's what Eva Young has been able to do all fight long. Make Leona Brown just miss and then hit with that straight left hand.
Open, 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 open. How do you feel? Are you tired? No. Are you going to make her tired? You got 2 rounds between your first loss and stopping. You got a chance to play.
I love this guy. Okay? He is so brutally honest and so right on.
I don't want that. All right? Move. Do not try to exchange punches with her. Just back. Flip it again. I want you back. Exactly. Good. Doing good. Stay there.
I love the way he can talk with things in his mouth.
It's
about getting his point across.
It's about as poignant or as candid as you're going to get what they said to Leona Brown. You're just a couple of rounds away from your first loss. If that doesn't hit home, nothing will.
It's like you're blowing it, kid. You're blowing it.
Angelo Dundee to Sugar Ray Leonard in the first Tommy Hearns fight.
And give Leona Brown credit. She's really trying to get inside and do damage. But it's tough against this very smart, very quick Eva Young. That time Brown just bowled her into the corner.
And those bullying tactics, she's getting warned for it, but so what? Hey, take a point if you have to. You're already hopelessly behind points-wise. Rough her up, bang her. That's what Leona Brown needs to do. Use the elbows.
She's trying. But Eva Young turned her around and put her in the corner, and she's going to the body. Eva Young's a smart cookie. You don't win 2 titles, the WIBF and the IWBF, at this bantamweight, unless you know what you're doing. Top of that, she won a couple of kickboxing championships as well.
But she's adopted well to the fight game. She really is a skilled fighter. Again, some of the fighters went from martial arts backgrounds.
Well, you know, when your business is repelling skyscrapers and cleaning them, you got to know how to land on your feet.
She's not scared of heights. Of course, she doesn't have to worry about that with Leona Brown, who's only like 4 foot something.
Trying to scale the heights to a 3rd title.
Nice right hand by Brown. I'm seeing, so you're right about the mouth open, a little fatigue showing on the part of Eva Young. Good movement, though, by Young, despite being tired.
Brown trying to throw the haymaker. It wasn't there. That's the end of the round. 2 rounds to go in this IFBA Bantamweight Championship. And Eva Young shows you defensive fighting along with the skill to get in and quickly make the hit.
Looking at the end of the round, and you see, you know, when Young gets caught on those ropes, she knows how to fire and then get out of harm's way as she spins off there.
How have you got this scored now, Smitty?
Couple of rounds even, but pretty much and 1 round for Brown, but the rest of it's all Young.
Again, we remind you, here's our website, www.ifba.com. Questions, comments? We'd love to hear from you. Leona Brown really has to go for broke now. Eva Young is so far ahead on points it would take a knockout by Brown if she wants to stay undefeated.
And she's coming out in this 9th round like she's going for it.
Good left hand by Young. Oh, short right hand. It's called a slip. I thought Brown knocked her down.
We'll see. That was very close to being a knockdown. And Young feels, or Brown feels that it was, the way she's coming forward. She senses something is wrong with the Young.
The referee, Johnny Femia Jr., separating him momentarily. That was a short right that I thought was right on the button and dropped her. But look at the recovery. There's a couple of wild punches by Leona Brown, and actually Eva Young got in a short left hand to the chin.
You know, even when Brown has her moments, Dave, look at the boxing skill of Eva Young. She gets in a little trouble now and then.
That right jab keeps getting in. Oh, a big left hand. You saw the head snap back. Well, Leona Brown is one tough cookie. That would have knocked down somebody else.
Look at that movement, side to side, back and forth. Again, you're fighting an educated southpaw. I'm glad during my brief boxing career that I didn't face too many southpaws. Good combination there by Young.
Keeps pumping the hands. That right hand, I thought, got through by Leona Brown, but boy, Eva Young didn't back up one bit.
Brown needs to jump right back on her. There she goes.
We got to give Leona Brown credit. She is giving it her all, but she'll need a knockout in the 10th round, or else Eva Young will be the new IFBA Bantamweight champion.
Look at some of the action late in the round here. Some of the best work for Leona Brown. Yeah, now, this is what she needed to do the whole time. Yes, she's catching, but she's inside. She's bullying. She's trying to throw the uppercut there. And then you see her coming in. This is what she needed to do from the get-go. But I said it's tough against a fighter as skilled as Eva Young.
Well, remember, Brown connected early, and it was called a slip, but down went Eva Young, and we never did really get a chance to see if that was indeed a legitimate knockdown.
Even if it wasn't, and you scored a 10-8 round, still wouldn't matter. Brown needs a knockout to win this fight.
So here you go, 2 minutes away from a new IFBA bantamweight champion.
It's going to be hard to catch up with Eva Young. She should be on her bicycle and moving. And she is.
I've been impressed with the defensive skills and the movement of Young all night. She uses the jab defensively as well as offensively, and that time the right hand got in and hit the chin of Leona Brown.
And she also moves side to side, back and forth, so you can't set down and time her. She's very difficult to time. Watch the way she moves in and out, side to side, and she doesn't give you a target.
That short right hand got in, but there wasn't much on it. And Brown misses wildly that time.
Hey, we're in the 10th round, and look at the movement of Eva Young.
Yep.
Still boxing on her toes, up and down, throwing a lot of punches. Shows that she's in great shape.
Well, both these fighters have shown a great deal of fitness level.
Young has really found a home throughout this fight for the straight left hand. There it is again. Now here Brown's inside. One arm's free. She's got a hit. And you see it's Young doing most of the working of the free hand.
And if I'm Eva Young, I'll hold on another 17 seconds. Because I'm about to win my 3rd title. So smart. There's a body punch with that left hand.
And so skilled.
And it finishes with a flurry, and Eva Young says, I'm the champion. Leona Brown is wishing the same. And this crowd tends to believe that Eva Young will improve to 12-2-1 and will have her 3rd bantamweight title.
I was very impressed with the ring generalship of Eva Young. Boxed well, punched hard, good defense. Leona tried, but just couldn't get inside. And she is going to face what she's never faced, and that's her first loss. Let's look at some of the action. You'll see why. Look at the movement. Body shot by Eva Young. In and out, on her toes, moving around, up and down. And a southpaw, and I know I've mentioned that a lot, but they're difficult to fight.
You're right, Smitty. She put on a clinic for movement. Always in balance, very pretty to watch. And now a unified title, we think, as the IFBA bantamweight champion. She already owns 2 other titles, the WIBF and the IWBF.
Well,
we'll see if the 3rd one comes away. And it's tough. You've never tasted defeat. But Leona Brown is about to get the news for the first time. Let's go to ring announcer Danny Valdivia.
I will read the scorecards. Judge Bruce McDaniel scored the bout 99-91. Judge Barry Yates scored the bout 98-92, as did Judge Russell Knockcan, 98-92. All in favor of the winner by unanimous decision and new IFBA Bantamweight Champion of the World, Eva Sweet Magic Young.
magical the way she moved. And now she owns a unified bantamweight championship as she wins the IFBA belt right here, and it was indeed impressive.
Well, you know what? We'll see some other impressive fighters out there, but you look at Eva Young there, boxing, landing the straight left hand that she did throughout the fight, moving. I tell you what, I don't see many women fighters that are better than her all around. Sumaya Nani, we'll see her later on, Denise Moraes, and a few others, but she is phenomenal. Again, you see the movement, eyes focused, and she can do it all. She can box, she can punch.
And I believe this came in the 10th round when she could have been playing coy and backpedaling. She was still coming at you. And let's go to Cassandra now. She's got the champion.
That's right, I have the champ, and congratulations. You told me earlier you were coming to get your belt and go home.
Yes, ma'am. I did it. With the will of the Lord, I pulled it off. I also like to thank the IFBA, Event Sports, Jim Bolton Promotions. I love to thank them all for giving me this chance. And I'd love to thank everybody at Eastside Boxing Gym, Tony, for helping me in my sparring. I'd like to thank everybody.
All right, thanks everybody. Well, defensively, offensively, champ, you were on your game tonight. You outboxed, outjab her. When did you know that this was your fight?
Well, I got a really good trainer, Lenny DeJesus. When he watched the tapes, he told me, he said, there's no doubt in my mind you're going to win. I was thinking the same thing. I said, I'm on a mission. I'm going to unify all 3 titles, and nobody's going to get in my way.
All right, and that you did. Congratulations again. And we're going back to Smitty and Dave.
Mission accomplished. The young lady from South Bend, Indiana, now 12-2-1. She owns 3 titles as she wins the IFBA Bantamweight Championship. She beat a tough cookie in Leona Brown, but she was very, very impressive. And now it's time.